7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Man, I got you.
Dalton here from the gun. He gets this one to Boyd. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Joe Flacco and company heading back out onto the field. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Armstead. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Geno Atkins is an absolute force as a defensive tackle. Forces every offense that he plays against to alter their game plan.
Third down, it's Armstead. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Rolling the dice on 4th, Flacco. The open man is Shark. It's complete. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to us.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though. I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing, Dalton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And an alley to run. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Passing, it's Dalton. He completes it to Tate. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game. Head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. And they've created a major first-half storyline with the... Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Minshew finding some room at midfield. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down. Minshew sets to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Preston Brown charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Down. 18 Gator. I got one. Fight.
Now it's the backup Finley. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space.
And this is caught. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the 1st half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They come out here in the eye. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Extra point try now for Succop. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Going deep for Moncrief. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 61 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. Finley going to lead the Bengals up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first down throw for Finley. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play fake. Finley. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Finley now. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Finley on play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Finley to throw it. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Minshew. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He's going to fire one, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, This one's going the other way.
They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's Anderson. He's got it on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to have a third down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Here we go. Here we go.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, Minshew looking to throw. The quick slant caught, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 6 yards away, and the Jaguars get a score closer. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. On 2nd down, it's Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
30 base. I got him. Go.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. Finley now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. On the counter, here's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there. They're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up, because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Let's go.
So he's not perfect after all. He made his first 4, but now his first miss.
Well, you shouldn't have to put your kicker in a spot where he has to even try 5 field goals. He's bailed him out time and time again, but sooner or later, you just had to know his luck was going to run out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And this will be caught at the 30. A gain of 37.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. It'll be Minshew again, going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. Well, that's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are back within a single score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds, kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Finley sets to throw on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Finley.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, Finley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right, in your...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D.
2nd down, Finley. This one hauled in by Sample. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Finley. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Drew Sample as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This one taken from the 7. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right,
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
I used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Minshew sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second, and a pressure gets to him again.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Let's go.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and... goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 3 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Just a 4-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Finley going to lead the Bengals up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They begin the drive with Williams. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Finley. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw, Finley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Foles. Airing it deep for Fowler. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Here's Foles. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 43.
Play fake. Finley. They'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Finley now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. That's taken in by Henderson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Let's go now. 10-2 saw. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shoot.
Finley from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Finley's pass intended for number 80. Incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, Anderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Finley setting up on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing. Finley. That's complete to the tight end Sample. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
On third down, Finley. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Following the interception, Finley. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
65.
Finley, incomplete.
Finley's pass, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Finley, 3rd and 2. His pass caught at the 4. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Set, ready. 60 or 55. It's a party now. It's a party now. Shoot.
Finley one more time. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From a yard out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 8. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Ready.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Gilmore. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Gilmore. And Fowler's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Past the 20. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On second down, Anderson. He's got a first down past the 30. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Finley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Finley. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
He'll return it from the 6. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Back to throw. Gilmore. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. A big third down play there for the Jags. 56 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. But a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here. third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Finley on play action. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Finley. And it's incomplete.
Intended for Travion Williams. Incomplete. It's 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Again, it's Finley. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. 3rd and goal for Finley. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Succop's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed him out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
Here we go. 10 logo. Here we go. Ready?
Minshew, 1st and 10. And he's got it. Complete to Fowler. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Check. Be grip.
Play action now. Here's Finley. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, Finley looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So we've seen this before. He's made 6 already, and now he'll try to become just one of a handful of men to make 7 in a game. From the left hash. This will be a 41-yarder. So it's a drive that ends in 3, and I know that line sounds familiar. It's because I've said it 7 times now, and that leaves him one short of the NFL record of 8 field goals in one game.
It has been a lot of settling for 3. But I tell you what, it's nice to know that you have someone this reliable to turn to.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you...
And my goodness, another interception.